Engineers in Bristol have come up with a new material. It could revolutionise the way in which we manufactured goods, and it's a form of nylon as strong as steel.
Yes, it's been used to make an extraordinary lightweight bicycle. So Simon is here with one of them now, and you are going to get on that thing eventually, aren't you?
Talking of persistence, I want to show you this new bike, and it looks a bit odd, but some say it's the future of British manufacturing, and this time I want to show you the astonishing way in which it was made. Have a look at this.
White nylon powder, fused by lasers. This machine is capable of creating almost anything. Until now, it's made high-tech parts for satellites and aircraft. But the engineers here were frustrated that only specialists could really appreciate its power.
Everyone knows what a bike is. You can show people brackets time and time again. I show my mum what a bracket is and I do it in work, and she's like, well, I don't really understand the technology, but she knows what a bike is.
Looks awfully complicated, all this, doesn't it? But it actually works on a very simple idea. Every 3D object is just a pile of 2D slices. Let me show you what I mean with fruit. Ta-da! Look what I made. But how do you do this with a bike?
Essentially, it's the same process. First, they must analyse thousands of cross-sections of their bike on screen, building up each part 1/10 of a millimetre at a time. Then a layer of powder is fused by lasers into the exact shape. Another layer, the next shape, and so on. Until out of that pile of powder, real parts emerge. Everything you need to build a bike. Dave Harvey, BBC News at Bristol's Aerospace Innovation Centre.
Well, joining me now is Robin Southwell, who's the Chief Executive of EADS UK, who made this bike. It looks incredibly expensive. I mean, it's amazing, but it looks incredibly expensive. What's the application of this?
Well, yes, it is reassuringly expensive in its prototype form. The application is to prove that you can get the combination of weight and strength, which is vital in aerospace, and apply it to something which everyone can see and ride on, a bicycle.
Now, this is exactly the kind of high-end manufacturing that, you know, this country is being encouraged by the government, amongst others, to get involved in, because we've lost a lot of commodity-type manufacturing to China. What do you say the government needs to do to help this kind of manufacturing in this country?
Back winners. Companies like ourselves with sustainable business plans, export-driven. I'm not talking about a euphemism for British Leyland and things that happened in our youth. Companies like us are going to get this country, I should say, out of the mess it's in. And this is the type of leading-edge technology which we're going to do it with. Your
company makes 62 billion euros in revenue every year. If you need government help, then God help the SMEs who are out there going out of business.
Well, the SMEs fully support us, and should do, because this is going to percolate down through the supply chain. The issue we have is that pretty much every other government around the world who wants to be in high-tech industry is sitting there saying, we want some of the cake from this table. The fact is, this is British technology which we want to produce for British jobs.
How long before I can print something like this at home?
You can have it within a decade. You have my personal guarantee.
OK, well, can you give me a quick push?
I will do.
All right, off we go. Here we are.